You know what would be really cool? If you can actually like roll these Sonic shoes into like a ball and like throw them at someone, but we're not gonna do that. What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to the Sneaker News YouTube channel. We're here to unbox a very special package from our friends over at Puma. Before we crack this open and show you what furry shoes are in here, we'd like to ask you a quick favor. Curl up into a small blue ball, roll your way there, and hit that subscribe button. You may or may not get some gold rings out of it. Probably not. Anyway, so this is a collaboration with Puma and SEGA, for those of you who've been around since the early 90s. One of the most popular franchises ever in Sega Genesis is obviously Sonic the Hedgehog. The good guy is here, that's you with Sonic the Hedgehog, the blue furry dude with the red kicks. And of course, this is the bad guy, the Robotnik / Eggman in his floating little pod. So if you've played the video games, you know that there's definitely a bit of nostalgic feel to this. Puma sent us this awesome package. It has some shoes in here. Of course, this one has not released to the public, but we're gonna show it to you anyway. All right, let's go. So here we go. This is the first pair. This is the Sonic the Hedgehog Puma RS-0. RS stands for Running System. It's one of the brand's oldest running franchises. It's called Running System. It debuted in the 80s, and Puma sort of relaunched the RS with a brand new model called the RS-0. So it's a slightly futuristic model that has some retro feel to it. You've already seen, that original white, black, light green paired colorway come out already. Those are already sold out. So this is the Sonic the Hedgehog colorway of that shoe. So this is the Puma RS-0 Sonic the Hedgehog colorway. As you can see, it's decorated in some very Sonic blue sort of themes, and there's other little details that kind of nod to the whole video game itself, specifically the first stage in that game. The upper has this very hairy blue suede. It's sort of set to mimic the whole Sonic the Hedgehog kind of furry look. It sort of wraps all the way around to the medial side, and there's other little details that we'll get to a little bit later. Quick shot of the toe, you'll see the same hairy suede, very high quality materials. And quickly break down the details. Of course, there's a lot of hints of gold. The gold is a nod to the gold rings that you have to collect in the game. You have gold here on the eyelets, as well as this little piece right at the toe. And right over here, you have a little icon of Sonic and these rings. So it's him chasing down those rings to get, extra points in the game. Going back to this side, you have this gold and yellow checkerboard print, as well as this pixelated green sort of grassy print. Again, these are nods to the first stage in the game. This represents the greenery in the back. This represents the floor of the stage. So we gotta say, awesome details that Puma got very, very well done. Quick shot of the tongue shows you the Sonic the Hedgehog and Puma co-branded tongue label. And the same goes for the insole. If you go to the heel, you'll see the R system detail right at the heel of the sole. R system, again, is a nod to the RS franchise that debuted in the 1980s, and of course RS-0 Running System sort of placed right here at the heel. Another shot of the insole shows two different Sonic the Hedgehog Puma insoles in the gold checkerboard. So here it is. This is the Sonic the Hedgehog colorway of the Puma RS-0. Of course, there is a second colorway that's supposed to be the antithesis to this version. That's the Dr. Eggman version. So this is the second pair of the Sonic the Hedgehog Puma RS-0 collaboration. This, of course, is the bad guy colorway, the Dr. Eggman version. A nicely decorated box. You have the floor with the green. You have the pixelated Sonic, as well as Dr. Eggman right there. So this is the Puma RS-0 Dr. Eggman colorway, aka Robotnik, whichever one you want to call him. Obviously, some more, mad scientist details to this one. It starts with, the glossy synthetic red leather upper that wraps around the entire shoe. And of course, you have the Puma form stripe kind of made out through this sort of debossed striping. On the midsole, it's a solid gray, and you have the black and yellow hazard diagonal stripes. So it's set to mimic not only his suit, but also the little floating pod ship that he flies around on. A quick shot of the medial. Again, the red synthetic glossy leather upper, the black and yellow hazard stripes, and now you have the Dr. Eggman icon shooting fireballs. That's his primary weapon when he's trying to take down Sonic. Again, the same gray midsole with the RS-0 running system, little detailing. Same goes with the bottom part of the heel. And of course, quick shot of the outsole shows a translucent blue with, you can see the Sonic the Hedgehog logo. So again, very, very well done. Puma Sonic the Hedgehog logos right here at the tongue, and a closer shot of the insoles has the black and yellow diagonal stripes with the Dr. Eggman logo, as well as the Puma and Sonic the Hedgehog co-branded logos right there. So this is a Puma RS-0. If this is your first look at this shoe model itself, it's very well done. It's sort of blending new and old, the new design details with the old school RS system design aesthetic. So we gotta say these were very, very well done. You know, the internet was going kind of crazy about these, not because these are like a hype shoe, but because it's a well done collaboration. It almost kind of looks like a very, very well done custom almost. So shout out to Puma for doing a good job with this one. So this is a Puma RS-0 Dr. Eggman colorway, and we do have one more shoe to show you. This is the third shoe that came in this special edition package. It's not quite part of, you know, the Sonic the Hedgehog collaboration, but this colorway is part of a separate pack that sort of plays into the whole retro gaming theme. So quick shot of the box top there. Let's open that up. So again, this is the Puma RS-0, very simple gray and yellow colorway, but it is actually part of the Play collection, and that's a small capsule inspired by retro gaming. You might have seen the images of the shoes with like Game Gear. If you guys remember what Game Gear is, it was like the handheld console from SEGA that debuted in the 90s. On the upper you have some mix of like synthetics and like light mesh materials, a light mesh. You know, again, you have the Puma form strap here with these little pinstripe bars, nice little touch. Got the two-tone white and gray. You know, you got the matte yellow on the midsole pieces as well as the heel. Pretty much the same over here on the medial side. Quickly turn that over and you have a gray, black, and yellow on the outsole. And you have the running system detailing on the insole. So again, this is the Puma RS-0. This is part of the RS relaunch that Puma did earlier this year. So a nice little add-on to this pack is the Sonic the Hedgehog Puma RS-0 info sheet. It details all the little specs on the design of the shoe. Nice little touch. You can see like just the design and all the little details that are called out for each colorway. And they actually sent us this dope Sega Genesis Classics kind of video game for both Xbox One and for PlayStation 4. There's over 50 classic Sega Genesis games in here. Of course, Sonic the Hedgehog, one of them, and we recognize some of the other dudes. You have Streets of Rage 2, you have Toe Jam and Earl, you have Golden Axe. If you love video games from the 90s, especially Sega Genesis, and you have an Xbox One or a PS4, definitely want to pick this up. That's pretty much it. Thank you, Puma, for sending us this dope package. And again, if you have any questions about the Sonic the Hedgehog pack, don't forget to leave us a comment or a question, and we'll do our best to answer you. Of course, curl up into a blue ball, roll over that subscribe button, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.